of NSE, Shri Srinivasan Chetty, Shri Ashish Kumar Chauhan, Managing Director and CEO of NSE, the whole-time member of SEBI, Shri Amarjit Singh, to please join us on the stage, requesting everyone to give a big hand to all our guests, dignitaries, joining us on the stage. Thank you, everyone. Please settle down. Please settle down. Requesting everyone to kindly settle down. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Good afternoon. A very, very warm welcome to each one who present here on behalf of NSE. I'm your host, Mayuri Malankar, and it gives me immense pride and pleasure in extending a warm and a hearty welcome to each one who present here to the Ring the Bell ceremony in World Investor Week 2025. Before we proceed ahead, I will request everyone to kindly rise in the spirit of pride and patriotism, requesting you all to kindly rise for the national anthem.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Jai Hind. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, good afternoon. My name is Mayuri Malankar. On behalf of NSE, I extend a warm and a hearty welcome to each one of you present here to the Ring the Bell ceremony in the World Investor Week 2025. This remarkable event is being celebrated under aegis of International Organization of Securities Commission, that is ISCO, and Securities and Exchange Board of India, that is SEBI. It is a global campaign dedicated to raising awareness about importance of investor education and protection. Every year, securities market regulators across the globe come together to celebrate this week with plenty of activities aimed at empowering investors. From 6th October to 12th October, we are happy to again join hands with the Securities and Exchange Board of India, that is SEBI, our esteemed regulator, to bring this celebration to life in the NSE for the benefits of our investors. Today, on the opening day of World Investor Week and throughout this week, we amplify our efforts and launch new initiatives and events. These initiatives are designed to educate, inspire, protect, and empower investors, ensuring that everyone is well equipped to make informed financial decisions and stay protected from various scams and frauds. Let's embark on this journey together, ladies and gentlemen, embracing the spirit of learning, growth, and safe investing. Your participation is the key to make this week a grand success. Once again, a very, very warm welcome to all of you. And now I will request the dignitaries on the dais to kindly come forward for the lamp lighting ceremony. As per our Indian tradition, we will have the lamp lighting ceremony, requesting the dignitaries on the dais, the Chairman of SEBI, Shri Tuhin Kanta Pandey, Shri Srinivasan Chetty, the Chairman of NSE, along with Shri Ashish Kumar Chauhan, Managing Director and CEO of NSE, and Shri Amarjit Singh, whole-time member of SEBI, to kindly join us for the ceremonial lamp lighting. Ladies and gentlemen, दिए की जोत ऊपर की ओर उठती है, दिए का ये स्वभाव है। हमारे द्वारा शुरू किया हुआ काम हमेशा इसी तरह ऊपर की ओर बढ़ता रहे, अग्रेसर हो। इस भावना के साथ, इस प्रार्थना के साथ हर शुभ काम की शुरुआत जो है वो हम दीप प्रज्वलन से करते हैं। नाउ लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, आई वुड लाइक टू इनवाइट Shri Ashish Kumar Chauhan, Managing Director and CEO of NSE, to felicitate our Chairman of SEBI, Shri Tuhin Kanta Pandey. A big round of applause, everyone. We would like to present a bubblegram of the iconic NSE bull and people of India. Very, very warm welcome to you, sir. Now we would like to present a lovely bouquet of flowers to the whole-time member of SEBI, Shri Amarjeet Singh, requesting Shri Ashish Kumar Chauhan to present the same. Very, very warm welcome to you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Moving ahead, ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to invite on the stage Shri Ankit Sharma, Chief Regulatory Officer NSE, to showcase the new investor awareness initiatives in brief. Can we have a round of applause for him, please?
Respected SEBI Chairman, Honorable NSE Chairman, Shri Amarjeet Singh, and Shri Ashish Chauhan, friends from SEBI, and dear colleagues. In an era when financial markets are rapidly evolving and digital scams are being increasingly sophisticated, it is imperative that we stay informed and stay ahead of these scams with fresh, engaging, and inclusive investor awareness initiatives. Traditional methods of financial education, while they may still be relevant, often fail to capture the attention of younger or digitally native audiences. By introducing interactive tools, NSE has made an attempt to make financial literacy more accessible but also more enjoyable. These gamified experiences will help demystify complex financial concepts and empower individuals to make informed decisions, thereby reducing their vulnerability to fraud. So I'm going to list out some of the initiatives that we are launching for the World Investor Week and also to take them forward through the nook and corner of the country. So the first initiative that we are planning to do is the financial learning game. This game is a digital quizzing platform that transforms financial education into an engaging challenge. It consists of 3 levels, depending on the intensity. It tests speed, accuracy, and financial concepts. This game will be promoted via social media, and participants stand to win a chance of ONDC vouchers. Second initiative, Scambush. Ambush the scam before it ambushes you. Scambush is an interactive digital game that teaches players how to identify scams and frauds in the markets. Players will learn to spot scam indicators and understand the best practices. This game is promoted again via social media, and participants earn the title of Certified Scam Buster. This initiative is particularly relevant in today's environment, where scams are becoming more sophisticated and harder to detect. Scambush empowers investors to be vigilant and stay informed. The third initiative is Awareness Drive. Are you scam secure? This initiative takes investor education to the streets. It includes live public interviews on investment habits, creative expressions like taglines, shairi, songs, and dance performances. By engaging with the public directly, this drive creates a sense of ownership and participation in the investor awareness program. The other initiative, which is coming from previous years also, is a tagline contest. Today's generation is more savvy with the hashtags, so we are looking for ideas and suggestions to craft innovative, catchy, and crispy taglines. Again, participants stand to win vouchers, ONDC vouchers, for their efforts. This one, the next initiative is Nivesh 40. Sir, as you may be aware, we have 40 investor service centers in India. So this year, we decided that today, that is 6th October, when the World Investor Week commences, we will have investor awareness programs in all these 40 centers. As we speak, sir, programs have already been conducted. There are some programs which will be conducted later in the day, but we are planning to cover all 40 centers throughout the country to ensure that the message of investor education and protection is relayed to everyone and all investors. So today's story on scam, this is something which we are proposed to do. It is an innovative way to try to involve people and make them understand about scams investing through Nukkad Nataks. So we are going to have one example of that after the function. So I would request everyone to have a look at it and give their comments. Wheel of Financial Wisdom. This is the digital spinning wheel which will be containing the themes of World Investor Week. And it will be used as a tool to educate and guide investors through smart investing. Internal advocacy and employee engagement. Sir, at NSC, we are committed to have our employees, to have our team members as brand ambassadors for investor protection and investor education. During this week, apart from the team that carries out the investor awareness programs, we have requested most of our team members, including senior leadership personnel, to go throughout the country and conduct at least one investor awareness program. And the CXO team will be conducting all the 9 programs during the World Investor Week. So last, I think there has been a lot of effort by us to engage the young generation. And we found that the young generation listens to rap and hip hop. So we have made efforts to come out with a song on investor awareness, which will be released at the end of this program. And the theme is again, SEBI versus scam. So all the themes which we are planning to do will be incorporated in the song. And I hope that all of you like that song and appreciate it and make it go viral. So last, I would also like to thank SEBI, especially the OIA team, for constantly supporting us, guiding us, and giving us new ideas on celebration of this week and how to carry out the investor awareness programs throughout the year. And I would also like to thank my team who has worked very hard during the last 15 days to make this World Investor Week a resounding success. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Sharma, for taking us through the brief introduction of all the investor awareness initiatives. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to request Shri Tuhin Kanta Pandey, the chairman of SEBI, to launch the joint investor awareness campaign by SEBI and NSE for the World Investor Week. Can we please get the remote on the stage?
NSE launched with 3 new investor awareness TV films with an innovative messaging using a 360-degree marketing approach.
ये देखो एक इन्वेस्टमेंट गुरु के टिप से पैसे डबल होंगे बस ऑफर क्लेम करना है
पैसे डबल ऐसे कोई भी ग्रुप से तो अर्ज किया है, डबल रिटर्न्स के लालच में तुम्हें उलझाएंगे ये शेयर बाजार के अनवेरिफाइड ग्रुप फेक टिप्स भेजकर तुम्हारी जेबें खाली कर जाएंगे। सेबी और एनएससी का कहना है सिर्फ सेबी रजिस्टर्ड इन्वेस्टमेंट एडवाइजर से सलाह लें और पेमेंट सिर्फ वेरीफाइड अकाउंट या यूपीआई पे करें। एन इन्वेस्टर अवेयरनेस इनिशिएटिव बाय सेबी एंड एनएससी।
सेबी और एनएससी का कहना है सेबी इन्वेस्टर साइट पर वेरीफाइड ऐप्स की लिस्ट से ही ऐप डाउनलोड करें।
सेबी और एनएससी का कहना है किसी भी वीडियो में पलके और लिप सिंक पर ध्यान दें, सिर्फ ऑथराइज्ड सोर्सेज पे ही विश्वास करें।
The films will be released in multiple Indian languages and displayed across various mediums. These films will be disseminated through 80 plus English and regional TV channels with a viewership of 15 crore. We have created 6 short format videos.
छोटे छोटे स्टॉक्स को फुला देते हैं और बेच देते हैं, वही स्टॉक्स इन्वेस्टर की हवा निकाल देते हैं।
That will be released across all social media platforms with an impression of 2.5 crore. We are launching a truly innovative print media campaign using mixed reality.
अर्ज किया है
The campaign will be disseminated through 15 magazines and 35 plus national and regional newspapers with a readership of 1.85 crore. We have created radio jingles that are informative and entertaining, which will be aired across 450 plus AIR centers with a listenership of 23 crore. We took a unique storytelling approach via UPI payment app, delivering 2 crore plus impressions. We will create awareness of standardized, validated and exclusive UPI IDs for payment collection by SEBI registered intermediaries from investors. An investor awareness initiative by SEBI and NSE.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the joint investor awareness campaigns by SEBI and NSE for World Investor Week are officially launched, marking a yet another remarkable step towards empowering investors. Ladies and gentlemen, now moving ahead, we would like to invite on the stage the chairman of National Stock Exchange of India Limited, Shri Srinivas Injeti, to address the gathering. Can we have a big round of applause for him?
Shri Tuhinkant Pandey, Chairman SEBI, Shri Amarjit Singh, whole-time member of SEBI, my colleague Shri Ashish Chauhan, CEO and MD of NSE, distinguished guests, and above all, dear investors. Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to all of you to this event today when we are celebrating the World Investment Week. We at NSE feel both honored and privileged to host the bell ringing ceremony on this auspicious occasion. We all believe that the ringing of the bell is symbolic of trust, transparency, and new opportunities. And it is very heartening that we have no other than the chairperson of SEBI to do the inauguration. It is also an occasion to remember the sheet anchor role played by SEBI in the evolution of the Indian capital market. Today, we stand tall and proud in the world capital market as one of the largest and most vibrant markets. When we look at our national goal of a Viksit Bharat, that is an India which is a developed country for all, the capital market has a very important role to play. Today, we do not see capital market as merely a trading venue. It is a platform where aspiring entrepreneurs find investable opportunities, and the households find productive investment avenues. It also enables efficient allocation of capital and acceleration of the economy. I think this participative role of the stock market in capital formation is the most important element of our journey towards a Viksit Bharat. When we look at the capital market, we have one important development which is just around 5 years or so, and that is the huge quantum jump in retail investors. Today, we have about 15 crore retail investors participating in the Indian capital market, which is unique. This is more than the population of most countries. And the silver lining is that as we are developing, a large portion of the household savings is coming to the financial market. Earlier, most of the investment which was, most of the savings which a household had was going into physical assets. Now it is coming to financial assets. And within financial assets, it is gravitating towards the capital market, especially through instruments like mutual funds. Now SIP is a household name. Every family participates in this. And by doing so, you are part of the nation building process. That's a matter of great pride for all of us. Not only we are able to invest our savings in a productive manner, but we are also in a position to contribute to build our nation. So I think there is no better example of an inclusive nation building process than what the capital market offers. When I come to the stock exchanges, which facilitate this entire matchmaking between the savings and investment, India offers a very unique model. Unlike most exchanges across the world, our exchanges here not only provide a trading platform and not only develop products, which meet the national requirements and needs, but we also perform a regulatory function. This is very important, especially in a country like India, where you have 15 crore investors. And there's a lot of information asymmetry. I mean, even though there's so much of disclosures and so much of obligations on the part of companies, it's very difficult for an ordinary investor to understand, where to invest. So I think as a frontline regulator, the exchanges play a very important role in surveillance, in seeing that the market integrity is protected, in seeing that nobody is, performing a scam. We have seen some of the initiatives taken to educate investors. Investor awareness is also very important function which the stock exchanges perform. So this unique feature of paying a lot of importance to the protection of retail investor is something very important. It's not only awareness creation, there are mechanisms to sort of, extend this protection, like you have the investment protection fund, you have the clearing settlement guarantee fund. All these are there to see that the market integrity is fully protected. At NSE, while developing products, a lot of care is taken to see that
the investors are not vulnerable. Also, products are developed not with a profit maximization sort of motive. The motive is to address the needs of the market. For example, some of the initiatives like the electricity futures is a very important initiative. The initiative of setting up a social exchange, again, is a very important initiative, because here you can have even not-for-profit companies come to the stock exchange and raise capital for achieving social objectives. So I think all these things are very important, and it's also highly anticipated that NSE will soon go public. We are very much on that track. And one of the motivation for NSE to go public is to exemplify that it stands for what it expects from the listed companies. And it will lead by example. So also it's very heartening that it's a widely held company, even though it's not listed. Close to 1.8 lakh shareholders are there in NSE. I think in conclusion, I would say that we are committed to investor protection, creating investor awareness. Also, we are committed to facilitating capital mobilization by entrepreneurs and corporates. To the global investors, we offer unprecedented opportunities to participate in India's growth story. And to the domestic institutional investors and retail investors, we offer opportunities to participate in the nation building process. I take this opportunity to thank SEBI, the policymakers, the issuers, the investors for the faith and trust they repose in the exchange, because that is the only source of sustenance for an exchange like this. And finally, I think it is an important occasion to take a pledge that we are committed to keeping the market a safe market, a fair market, an innovative market, and an inclusive market. I think that is the motto for all of us. With these words, I thank all of you.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Njeti, for your warm words and setting the tone of today's event. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to hear from our chief guest, a visionary leader whose guidance continued to strengthen India's financial landscape. Please put your hands together, everyone, for Shri Tuhin Kanta Pandey, our Honorable Chairman of SEBI. I request him to kindly address the gathering. Can we have a big round of applause?
Shri Srinivas Njeti, Chairman NSE, Shri Ashish Kumar Chauhan, MD and CEO of NSE, my colleagues from SEBI, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure to be here today to inaugurate the week-long celebration of World Investor Week 2025 in India. This is a global campaign by IOSCO to highlight the importance of investor education and protection. This year, the theme for India is Fraud and Scams Prevention and Basics of Investing. The securities markets are the engines of our nation's growth, and it is our shared responsibility to ensure this engine runs on strong foundations of integrity and transparency. We recently released the findings of an investor survey which was commissioned by SEBI in collaboration with our MIIs and MFI. This massive survey covering over 90,000 households gives us a clear data-driven picture of India's investment landscape. The insights from this survey will be our guide as we work to make our markets more inclusive and secure. The rise of Indian investor has been celebrated over the last few years, and rightly so. Increased access, simplified onboarding, and wider awareness has led to number of unique investors in the securities market ecosystem increasing to 134 million. Our survey reveals that an impressive 63% of Indian households, translating to 213 million households, are aware of at least one securities market product. However, our focus must be on the journey from awareness to action. The survey shows that actual participation stands at only 9.5% of households, translating to about 32 million households. While this number is significant, it highlights the vast potential for growth. But the most telling statistics is this: only 36% of investors possess high or moderate knowledge of the securities market. This knowledge gap is a vulnerability that exposes our investors to risks and makes them susceptible to fraud. This brings us to the core challenge we are tackling this week. While digital infrastructure has brought the markets to our fingertips, it has also armed fraudsters with new tools to deceive investors. Unsolicited messages on messaging applications, dubious influencers, and fake trading apps and websites promise the one thing that our markets can never offer: guaranteed returns. This is a challenging proposition for a nation where nearly 80% of the households are fundamentally risk-averse and prioritize capital preservation. Fraudsters exploit this by creating a false sense of security, luring cautious savers into high-risk schemes disguised as safe investments. The survey confirms that the key barriers preventing investments are lack of knowledge, trust deficit, and fear of losing their capital. As the legendary investor Benjamin Graham said, and I quote, "The investor's chief problem, and even his worst enemy, is likely to be himself." Fraudsters prey on this human tendency, eroding not just an individual's hard-earned savings, but also their trust. When trust is broken, the engine of our economy falters. People are reluctant to invest, savings remain unproductive, and cost of capital rises. For a developing nation like ours, protecting this trust is paramount. At SEBI, our policies are guided by data. The survey reinforces that our multi-pronged approach of enhancing awareness, leveraging technology, and strengthening our grievance redressal mechanisms is correctly targeted. So the first, we have investor awareness education. The survey tells us exactly how investors want to learn. Social media, mobile apps, and digital ads are the most preferred channels to receive investor education. Our future campaigns like SEBI versus Scam will be in multiple formats: digital, multimedia, physical interaction, and in multiple languages. The survey also highlights a strong preference for financial education in regional languages. This validates our initiative with the Ministry of Panchayati Raj to take financial literacy to the grassroots in languages that people understand. SEBI has decided to establish its local offices in state capitals and other major cities. This will enhance SEBI's connect with investors at a local level, apart from improving its ability to monitor unregulated activities and gather market intelligence. The SEBI Earth Yatra Contest 2025 has been launched in collaboration with National Institute of Securities Market. It encourages people to create videos and social media posts on themes like responsible investing, investor empowerment, and scam prevention in regional languages. SEBI's Sarthi app and investor website now hosts tools like Spot a Scam and educational videos catering to different learning styles and for all age groups. Let me come to the second point, technological safeguards. To fight digital age fraud, we are deploying digital age solutions. Escalating unlawful and misleading content to social media platforms, more than 1 lakh such items have been escalated in the last 18 months. And I also congratulate our SEBI officers who are present there, who are monitoring and who are constantly on lookout for the unlawful content in order to escalate and remove those content. Starting this month, we have introduced the validated UPI handle mechanism. All payments to SEBI registered intermediaries must now use a UPI ID with an exclusive @valid handle and visual thumbs up icon. The absence of this icon is an immediate warning sign. This icon will come up whenever one scans a QR code, and once you have this icon as well as a language in the green that it is a valid, that's a safe time to invest in that particular account or a UPI ID. We have also launched the SEBI Check tool, which allows investors to verify the authenticity of an intermediary's payment channel. And the SEBI Check tool, again available in Sarthi app as well as the websites, will be a very important tool to check in seconds for any investor to whether a particular bank account with an IFSC code and an account code, whether it is a valid securities account or not, or whether it is validated account of an intermediary, be it broker, be it an advisor, and so on. The third point I come to is regarding grievance redressal. While awareness of our redressal mechanism is still limited, the survey shows that 90% of those surveyed are actually satisfied with the outcomes. So we need to really spread awareness of the system, but I think the 90% we also have to again up the ratio, but it's still a very good effort on part of the SEBI ecosystem to redress the grievances in the best manner as they can. This tells us that SCORES 2.0 and smart online dispute resolution platform are working well, but they can be made better. Our focus will now be to ensure that every investor is aware of these tools. Responsible investing, the ultimate shield. While SEBI can provide the tools, the ultimate shield for investors is to be smart through responsible investing. This week's key message is: a smart investor relies on credible, verified sources and ignores unsolicited offers on social media. What does this mean? It means 4 things. First, invest your time. Second, verify, don't trust blindly. Third, question unrealistic promises. Fourth, do your own research. Do not be swayed by rumors. As Warren Buffett said, risk comes first from not knowing what you are doing. I quote again, risk comes from not knowing what you are doing. I urge investors to read SEBI's Investor Charter to understand your rights, responsibilities, and to practice a few simple do's and don'ts that can help in securing your assets. The principle of responsible investing are the cornerstone of an investor's journey. Investor must be cautioned against being influenced by unsolicited advice from finfluencers who may have conflicts of interest. Instead, investors should be directed towards credible and verified sources of information. A key part of responsible investing is to encourage investors to reflect on their financial goals. Individuals should examine whether they seek to build long-term wealth or want to engage in speculative short-term trading. SEBI studies have consistently shown that retail investors trading in derivatives end up facing losses, often because they do not fully understand the risks in these products. Derivatives are meant for hedging and risk management, not for quick gains, which may be illusory. Retail investors should therefore assess their risk capacity, learn how these contracts work, and avoid speculative trades. Investors need to align their actions with their risk tolerance, contributing to a more mature and resilient investor base. So what's the way ahead? Our investor survey leaves us with a message of great optimism and even greater responsibility. It shows that 22% of non-investors who are aware of securities products intend to invest within the next year. Urban and rural market participation currently stands at 15% and 6% respectively. Hence, a large untapped pool of participants is waiting to join our markets. Our responsibility will be to empower these new investors with fundamental knowledge as their first line of defense against frauds and scams. We have to foster a culture of investing that benefits the entire ecosystem. At SEBI, we are unwavering in our commitment to this mission, but it is a shared one with all stakeholders. At the previous edition of World Awareness Week, India had organized over 2,600 investor awareness programs. I urge all stakeholders to carry out awareness programs on similar or even a larger scale in this week. I am pleased to see that NSE has planned a series of engaging initiatives to promote investor education and awareness during the week. These include, as we have seen, the finance learning game and Scambush, which will help participants understand financial concepts, identify scams, and adopt safe investment practices. NSE will also be hosting Nivesh 40 investor awareness programs across 40 centers, making the campaign a comprehensive effort to blend learning with entertainment and strengthen financial literacy nationwide. Let's pledge today to promote responsible investing rooted in facts, not fads. Let's work together to build a market where every Indian has the opportunity and confidence to participate safely and build a prosperous future. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Well, thank you so much, sir, for sharing your invaluable insights and vision with us. Your thoughts have truly enlightened us and have added a great perspective to today's event, reminding all of us the collective responsibility we share in nurturing a strong and informed investor community. Moving ahead, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite now the Managing Director and CEO of National Stock Exchange of India Limited, Shri Ashish Kumar Chauhan, to present the closing remarks and vote of thanks. Can we have a huge round of applause for him?
Shri Tuhin Kanta Pandeji, Chairman SEBI, Shri Srinivas Injeti, Chairman NSE, Shri Amarjit Singh, WTM SEBI, senior officials from SEBI, representatives from investor associations, leaders from the market ecosystems, colleagues from NSE, students, media personnel, ladies and gentlemen, Namaskar. Guided by SEBI and IOSCO, this week underscores our core belief at NSE. Every week is World Investors Week. We celebrate it not in a calendar window, but in our daily conduct through investor awareness sessions, financial awareness content, scam prevention outreach, and the continuous strengthening of market infrastructure. Today, we jointly launch SEBI NSE investor awareness initiatives and showcase NSE's programs that make learning practical and engaging, from games and interactive tools to community sessions, targeted workshops for women, differently abled investors and uniformed personnel, as well as a continued focus on the Northeast and other emerging investor geographies. These are not one-off campaigns, they are building blocks towards a financial inclusive and confident India. India's investor story is compelling. In the last decade, the investor base and the market capitalization of NSE-listed companies have grown roughly 7 times. This expansion reflects a rising middle class and the deepening of financial inclusion, powered by supportive policies under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji and SEBI's strong principle-based regulation. Yet, as we celebrate progress, we must keep perspective. We are a nation of 1.4 billion aspirations, and today we have about 12 crore unique investors investing through NSE. Our journey has only just begun. I am reminded of the words of Honorable Vice President of India, Shri C.P. Radhakrishnan ji, in his address at NSE last year, when he said, "Without capital and without NSE's role, there is no Viksit Bharat. For India to grow, it needs capital and it needs wealth. NSE stands as a steadfast channel for raising funds for enterprises and as one of the most important avenues for wealth creation for households, industries, and creation of jobs. At the same time, we recognize that certain ills do sometimes cast shadows on investors, such as scams, frauds, impersonation, and misinformation. We cannot be complacent. The best defense is to be one step ahead, and an informed investor is our most important ally. That is why today's launches focus on the basics of investing and on fraud and scam prevention, building habits that last, diversify, verify, question, and never share credentials or fall for guaranteed returns. Looking ahead, we will broaden participation, deepen investor understanding, and strengthen safeguards so that every investor can participate with confidence. On behalf of NSE, it is my privilege to extend our sincere gratitude to each one of you for joining us this afternoon to make World Investor Week with the bell ringing ceremony. First and foremost, our heartfelt thanks to Sri Tuin Kanta Pandey, Chairman SEBI. Sir, thank you not only for being here with us today, but also for your continued guidance and unwavering commitment to India's investors. We thank you for trusting NSE to partner with SEBI in this shared mission of empowering investors. Your address has set the right tone for the week ahead and for the work that lies ahead of us. I also extend our warm thanks to Sri Amarjit Singh, whole-time member SEBI, and the entire leadership of SEBI who is present here for your stewardship of fair, transparent, and resilient markets. A special thanks as well to SEBI OIAE team for their guidance and steadfast support to NSE. Under SEBI's vision, investor education and protection have become a nationwide cause, and we at NSE are proud to serve that cause every day. A special word of appreciation for our chairman, Sri Injati Srinivas sir. Sir, your focus and personal attention to investor awareness are already inspiring our teams, and we look forward to your guidance as we scale our efforts across every district and demographics. Our gratitude also goes to investor associations, trading members, listed companies, market intermediaries, merchant bankers, educators, the media, and our many partners. Your presence and partnership strengthen the investor protection ecosystem. And to my colleagues at NSE, thank you for making today's event and every investor initiative through the year possible. I wish to acknowledge the trainers and on-ground champions, those who travel, teach, translate, and tirelessly explain the basics of investing to the masses in the deepest corners of the country. You are the bridge between market infrastructure and the people that it serves. To all our partners here, I extend an invitation to work with us, co-create modules, host sessions, share insights, and help us track real-world outcomes. To our colleagues at NSE, keep pushing the frontier with humility and rigor. And finally, let the echo of the bell carry a message for all our investors. Soch kar, samajh kar, invest kar. Not just for 1 week, but every week, every day, every second. Before I conclude, we have a bell ringing after this. After that, we will show you some of the advertisements. Some glimpse was given, but there will be some more advertisement that will come, which will be shown. And then there is a Nukkad Natak, which will also be shown. Dhanyavad, Jai Hind.
Thank you, Mr. Chauhan. Ladies and gentlemen, now to mark the significance of this event, we will have the bell ringing ceremony. I will request all the dignitaries on the dais to kindly step back towards the bell for the bell ringing ceremony. We just need a moment to clear the stage for the same. I want you all to give a countdown with me together. We're going to start with 10. Okay, everyone? So when I start the countdown, I want you all to join me. The World Federation of Exchanges, the Global Industry Association for Exchanges, and Clearinghouse organizes this Ring the Bell campaign to support ISCO's World Investor Week. Stock exchanges worldwide participate by holding bell-ringing ceremonies to signify the start of the campaign and to highlight the importance of financial literacy and responsible investing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, sir, are we ready? Yes, let's give a countdown, everyone, starting with 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you. Thank you. We'll take a photo. Thank you very much. I'll request all the dignitaries to kindly take a seat in front of the stage. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to show you some TV commercials launched by SEBI and NSE. We already have watched one, and there are two more on the similar theme. So can we please have the AV?
देख, इतना बड़ा आदमी मुझे इन्वेस्टमेंट टिप्स दे रहा है।
अच्छा, सिर्फ तुझे ही दे रहा है।
अर्ज किया है, दूर से लगा कि एक जाना पहचाना चेहरा हंसकर सच कह रहा था। पास जाकर देखा तो झूठे वीडियो के जाल में मैं फंस रहा था। सेबी और एनएसई का कहना है किसी भी वीडियो में पलके और लिप सिंक पर ध्यान दे, सिर्फ ऑथराइज्ड सोर्सेज पे ही विश्वास करें। वाह! An investor awareness initiative by SEBI and NSE.
अरे वाह, तू भी ये ट्रेडिंग ऐप यूज करती है? हाँ, क्योंकि इसमें गारंटीड रिटर्न्स है ना। गारंटीड रिटर्न्स। तेरी ट्रेडिंग ऐप ऑथेंटिक तो है ना? अर्ज किया है, पहले गारंटीड और हाई रिटर्न्स का भरोसा ये दिलाते हैं, फिर फेक ऐप डाउनलोड करा के अपने झांसे में फंसाते हैं। सेबी और एनएसई का कहना है सेबी इन्वेस्टर साइट पर वेरीफाइड एप्स की लिस्ट से ही ऐप डाउनलोड करें। एन इन्वेस्टर अवेयरनेस इनिशिएटिव बाय सेबी एंड एनएसई।
ये देखो, एक इन्वेस्टमेंट गुरु के टिप्स से पैसे डबल होंगे। बस ऑफर क्लेम करना है। पैसे डबल ऐसे कोई भी ग्रुप से।
तो अर्ज किया है, डबल रिटर्न्स के लालच में तुम्हें उलझाएंगे ये शेयर बाजार के अनवेरिफाइड ग्रुप। फेक टिप्स भेजकर तुम्हारी जेबें खाली कर जाएंगे। वाह 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 वाह। सेबी और एनएससी का कहना है सिर्फ सेबी रजिस्टर्ड इन्वेस्टमेंट एडवाइजर से सलाह लें और पेमेंट सिर्फ वेरीफाइड अकाउंट या यूपीआई पे करें। एन इन्वेस्टर अवेयरनेस इनिशिएटिव बाय सेबी एंड एनएससी।
Ladies and gentlemen, now presenting another interesting part of this event. Stage stories are a great way for viewers to understand the message more effectively through the unique use of visuals and auditory storytelling, the powerful element of live performance and the experience it creates. Stage stories bring us story to life with emotions, context, and the sense of shared connection that makes its message deeply resonate with the audience. Today we have with us a young production, a young team dedicated to bring stories to life. The theme we have chosen is something very close to SEBI and their brainchild for fighting against frauds and scams and keeping the investors safe. Hashtag SEBI versus scam. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting a Nukkad story. Can we give them a big round of applause, please?
अरे 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 वेलकम वेलकम वेलकम। तुम सभी को स्कैमर्स की पाठशाला में शिक्षा मिलेगी, तो तुम सब अपना अपना सब्जेक्ट बता शो योर स्टाइल। तो तुम लोग मुझे बताओ कि तुम लोगों ने कैसे कैसे भोले भाले अच्छे कच्चे लोगों के साथ स्कैम्स किए हैं।
पहले मैं बताऊंगा। पहले मैं।
अरे भाई ये सब चलता रहेगा और आगे भी चलेगा। तो शुरू करने से पहले हम यंग क्रिएटिव प्रोडक्शन के कलाकार और एनएसई नेशनल स्टॉक एक्सचेंज सेबी के साथ लाया है एक स्ट्रीट प्ले जो करेगा इन सब पे बात। स्पॉट द स्कैमर बिफोर दे स्पॉट यू। स्कैमर्स को पहचानो कि इससे पहले वो तुम्हें पहचाने। तो इस नाटक का नाम है स्कैमर्स की पाठशाला।
शांत शांत शांत। बाबा पहले वही बताएगा जिसे मैं बोलूंगी।
अरे मुझे प्लीज
तुमसे शुरू करते हैं।
तो ये स्कैम शुरू होता है एक नए तरीके से। तो मैम मुझे मेरा एक स्कैम बताता हूँ। अरे ओ भाई।
अरे हाँ भाई साहब बोलो।
नमस्ते भाई।
अरे नमस्ते नमस्ते।
फॉरेन पोर्टफोलियो एडवाइजर। सिर्फ आज के लिए आपको मिलेगा ग्लोबल मार्केट का सीक्रेट एक्सेस।
रियली? कितना % रिटर्न मिलेगा? मैंने मार्केट में 300% का वादा सुना है।
अरे ये देखो टॉप इन्वेस्टर्स ने पहले ही ज्वाइन कर लिया है। काउंट एल्गो, एफएक्स हेजिंग, प्रॉफिट डबल है गारंटीड।
अरे वाह, तो फिर आज का ही ऑफर है। तो फिर मैं अभी जाके इन्वेस्ट करता हूँ।
अरे जल्दी जल्दी इन्वेस्ट करो, स्लॉट्स बहुत लिमिटेड है। अगर आप ये मिस करोगे तो पैसा मिस कर दोगे।
अरे पर रजिस्ट्रेशन का क्या? सेबी से चेक तो करना होगा ना।
अरे भाई ये सब लीगल है, हमारे पास इंटरनेशनल रजिस्ट्रेशन है। बस ट्रस्ट करो और इन्वेस्ट करो।
तो फिर मैं अभी जाके इन्वेस्ट करता हूँ।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। हा वेलकम टू द क्लब। पैसा गया, इन्वेस्टर खुश और मैं खुश।
अरे वाह वाह, क्या स्कैम किया है, मजा आ गया बिल्कुल।
अरे कोई मेरी कहानी सुनो मेरी जुबानी। अरे भैया कहाँ रह गया ऑडियंस से हो तो जल्दी बाहर आओ यार।
अरे भैया मैं इधर हूँ इधर।
अरे भाई ये ऐप डाउनलोड करो, फिर आपका पैसा डबल नहीं ट्रिपल। ऑटो एआई, स्मार्ट रेट और 0 रिस्क बस एक क्लिक में।
अरे पर भैया ये सब सेफ तो है ना?
अरे सेफ की साइड तो करीना है यार। सेफ 100% सेफ है और हाँ 100% रिटर्न की तो गारंटी है इसमें।
मतलब मैं अमीर बन जाऊंगा?
हाँ, अकाउंट खोलते ही आप मिलियनर।
अरे भैया तो जल्दी करिए।
ये लो हो रहा है डाउनलोड। हो गया बस हो गया। ओ नो, सिस्टम क्रैश।
अरे मेरे पैसे।
अरे यही तो है फेक ऐप का मैजिक। अकाउंट क्रैश और सारे पैसे हमारी जेब में।
वाह 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 वाह। कौन है तू?
अरे मैं भी तो आपकी टीम का हिस्सा हूँ। देखा आप भी धोखा खा गए। मेरी एक्टिंग ही कुछ ऐसी है।
काटो इसके ओवर एक्टिंग के पैसे।
अरे सॉरी, अब मैं अपना स्कैम दिखाता हूँ। अरे ओ भाई।
अरे किसने आवाज लगाया यार?
अरे उधर क्या देख रहे हो, इधर देखो। अरे भाई ये सब छोड़ो, आप मुझे ये बताओ, आप शैमरॉक खान को जानते हो?
अरे मैं तो उसका फैन हूँ, कल ही उसकी पिक्चर देख के आया हूँ।
तो ये वीडियो देखो, शैमरॉक खान इन्वेस्ट करने को बोल रहा है। सिर्फ आपके लिए आज स्पेशल टिप है, इन्वेस्ट करो और पैसा डबल।
अरे यार वैसे वीडियो तो मुझे जेन्युइन लग रहा है, पर मुझे एक डाउट है यार।
अरे काहे का डाउट भैया, मैं भी तो एक्सपर्ट हूँ और ये वॉइस भी तो शैमरॉक खान की है।
बट ये लीगल तो है ना भाई?
अरे भैया इधर लीगल वीगल का चक्कर नहीं चलता, ये शॉर्टकट है, शॉर्टकट। बस एक क्लिक और पैसा डबल।
ठीक है मैं पैसा लगाता हूँ। अरे मेरे पैसे ये कैसे पॉसिबल है?
यही है डीप फेक का मैजिक। पैसा उनके अकाउंट में नहीं मेरे जेब में गया है, और यही है मेरा स्कैम। अरे पेड कोर्स ले लो, पेड कोर्स ले लो, पेड कोर्स ले लो।
अरे भाजी वाला कहाँ से आया यार?
अरे मैं भाजी वाला नहीं हूँ, मैं आप सबका दोस्त नंदू।
चंदू?
अरे नहीं चंदू नहीं भाई, नंदू स्कैमर। मैंने भी बहुत सारे कोर्सेज बेचे। अरे ओ भाई साहब।
अरे हाँ भाई साहब, बोलिए बोलिए।
अरे भाई साहब आपको पता है आप सिर्फ 9,999 रुपए में बन सकते हो लखपति।
अरे क्या बात कर रहे हो, इतने कम पैसे में लखपति?
हाँ, और वो भी सिर्फ 7 दिनों में पैसे डबल।
और वो भी इतने कम दिनों में पैसे डबल?
बिल्कुल, पैसा ही पैसा होगा ना फिर।
बहुत पैसा होगा, मैं तो अमीर बन जाऊंगा।
हमारे सारे सीक्रेट फॉर्मूलास और इनसाइडर टिप्स सब आपके लिए रेडी है ना बॉस। कोई रिस्क नहीं है, बस प्रॉफिट ही प्रॉफिट है। आज इन्वेस्ट करो, कल से आप रिच हो जाओगे।
तो फिर मैं अभी इन्वेस्ट करूं?
हाँ बिल्कुल करो।
तो मैं जा रहा हूँ इन्वेस्ट करने, सारे पैसे लगाऊंगा।
हाँ, इन्वेस्टर सोचता है वाओ, पर ये सब कोर्सेस सिर्फ स्लाइड्स और पीडीएफ का जादू है। पैसा गया, होप गया।
Scam expos. Scam expos.
अरे तुम सबके सारे ट्रिक्स खत्म, अब समय है सच्चाई का। तुम सबको पकड़वाना पड़ेगा। और हाँ आप सब भी याद रखो, अपना पासवर्ड स्ट्रांग बनाओ, 2FA ऑन करो, अनवेरिफाइड टिप्स पर कभी भी भरोसा मत करो। और हाँ जहां पे 100% गारंटी रिटर्न्स मिल रहे हैं उस पर भी भरोसा मत करिए।
अरे सब खुल गया, अब पकड़े जाएंगे। वीआईपी क्लब का सारा सीक्रेट सब लीक हो गया,
सारे स्कैम्स क्रैश हो गए।
फेस चोरी, वॉइस चोरी सब पकड़ लिया।
देखा, अगर आप सेफ रहोगे, स्मार्ट रहोगे, अलर्ट रहोगे तो स्कैमर्स को स्पॉट कर पाओगे। नॉलेज ही है असली पावर। डिजिटल दुनिया में सारे स्कैमर्स पकड़े गए। और हाँ आज मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि आप कैसे खुद को प्रोटेक्ट कर सकते हो।
मार्केट में गारंटीड या फिर फिक्स रिटर्न पे भरोसा मत करो, वो सब इलीगल है।
अननोन सोर्सेज के मैसेजेस को इग्नोर करो और ऑफिशियल साइट्स पे ही वेरीफाई करो।
सिर्फ सेबी रजिस्टर्ड इंटरमीडियरीज के साथ ही डील करें।
सिर्फ सेबी रजिस्टर्ड ट्रेडिंग ऐप ही डाउनलोड करें।
फंड सिर्फ रजिस्टर्ड काइंड बैंक अकाउंट में ही ट्रांसफर करें।
और फ्रॉड रिपोर्ट करने के लिए www.cybercrime.gov.in या कॉल करने के लिए 1930। इन्वेस्टर सपोर्ट नंबर 1800266050 पर कॉल करें।
अरे तुम सब कहाँ गए यार? अरे अच्छा यहाँ पे हो, चलो अब मैं तुम सबको ले चलता हूँ सीधे पुलिस स्टेशन। चलो जल्दी।
अरे भैया नहीं भैया।
और हाँ आज से तुम्हारे स्कैमर्स की पाठशाला की छुट्टी। चलो जल्दी।
भैया टीचर।
अरे टीचर आप यहाँ? आप तो इस कहानी की मेन कैरेक्टर थी। कहते हैं ना जैसा गुरु वैसा चेला। आपने इनके टैलेंट को मिसयूज करा। अगर आपने इनके टैलेंट को अच्छे से यूज करा होता ना तो आज हम विकसित भारत की ओर होते। चलो जल्दी।
अरे भैया
माफ कर दो।
अरे नहीं चलो
भैया माफ कर दो।
चलो
भैया
बहुत ही शानदार प्रस्तुति। एक बार फिर से जोरदार तालियां यंग प्रोडक्शन के लिए। ये कहानी हमें याद दिलाती है कि जागरूकता ही सुरक्षा की पहली सीढ़ी है। लेडीज़ एंड जेंटलमैन, आज इस इवेंट में हमने जो मैसेज सीखा है वो अपने दोस्तों तक, अपने परिवार के सदस्यों तक ज़रूर पहुंचाइए। विद दिस वी कंक्लूड आवर रिंग द बेल सेरेमनी फॉर द वर्ल्ड इन्वेस्टर वीक 2025, बट वी वुड लाइक यू टू conclude this ceremony with something that our youngsters would love to hear. We would like to leave you with a message for the investor protection and the education in the format preferred by our young audience. So can we please have a special AV?
Bought the scam. Gave so much लो यार सभी के साथ रहो हो जाओ तैयार झूठे वादों से बचाना यही है मेरा काम सही नॉलेज ये है सभी वर्सेस स्कैम फॉरवर्ड पोर्टफोलियो में ट्रैप लगाए फेक ट्रेडिंग ऐप से पैसे उड़ाए व्हाट्सएप टेलीग्राम पर एडवाइस पार्टी रजिस्ट्रेशन बिना सब झूठे तगड़े डीप फेक वीडियो में चेहरा चुराए इन्फ्लुएंसर की वॉइस से लोगों को फंसाए गारंटी रिटर्न्स भाई वो है झांसा कोर्स बेच कर करते हैं पैसा ही पैसा पंप एंड डंप स्कैम स्टॉक को चढ़ाए फिर बेच के भागे सबको रुलाए डाबा ट्रेडिंग का खेल है भाई इलीगल मार्केट अपनाना ये भारी गुनाह है भाई डिजिटल प्रैक्टिस रखो साफ सुथरी पासवर्ड स्ट्रॉन्ग और दोस्तरी पूरी सोच समझ के करना निवेश हर बार सभी कहता नॉलेज है असली हथियार बात स्कैमर गेम समझ लो यार सभी के साथ रहो हो जाओ तैयार झूठे वादों से बचाना यही है मेरा काम सही नॉलेज ही है सभी वर्सेस स्कैम
Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us in this celebration. With this anchor Mayuri Malankar signing off, requesting you all to please join us for high tea. Thank you.